All right, so can we just talk about how terrible it has gotten to eat out lately? Like, you go to a fast food restaurant, even just for a family of 4, it's gonna run you around $50. It's ridiculous. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about why prices at restaurants have gotten so out of hand, why the quality is actually down, and I'm gonna show you 3 copycat recipes that you can make at home that are gonna cost way less and be much tastier and healthier than eating out. Also, if you heard crunching in the background, Milo apologizes. He's eating his little treat, wagging his little tail. Did you get a treat? Oh, yummy. So in 2023, restaurant prices increased by 5.1%, while groceries only increased by 1.2%. And we're not even gonna get into DoorDash here because a $15 meal can turn into a $35 meal once you add on the delivery fees and everything. So yeah, eating out kind of sucks right now, but I totally get it. I am there a lot of times at the end of the day too, where I need to make something for my family to eat and I don't have anything planned. Most of the time I'm able to pull something out of my pantry or freezer and get something on the table. But if you're craving a little bit of fast food, here are 3 meals that are gonna make your life cheaper and easier. So the first meal that I'm making is an Arby's roast beef and cheddar. And then we're also making some curly fries with some Arby's sauce on the side. So what you'll need for this are some buns. I picked up these brioche buns from Walmart. You'll also need some Arby's sauce. This is pretty inexpensive and they have it at Walmart now along with the horsey sauce if you're interested in that. Some cheese sauce. I just got the Rico's premium cheddar, and then some of the Arby's seasoned curly fries. These are great when you crisp them up in the oven. You don't even have to fry them. And then for the roast beef, you can really use any type of roast beef that you want. I got this from Hy-Vee. It's kind of a higher quality rare roast beef. And so how I started this out was I just put a little bit of water in a skillet and then I seasoned that with some Knorr beef bouillon and some Worcestershire sauce. So this is actually what I'm going to use to heat up the roast beef. And I'm doing it this way so that the beef stays moist. And then I'll go ahead and pop those curly fries in the oven. Cook them per the package directions, and then all you have to do is heat up the cheese either on the stovetop or in the microwave. This meal comes together super duper fast and obviously much cheaper than what you could get at Arby's. I did decide to toast the buns, so I just sprayed those with some cooking spray and just toasted them in a skillet for a little bit. And then, like I said, to reheat the beef, I'm just adding that to that barely simmering skillet of beef broth. And basically you just want to heat it through. Like I said, I kind of wanted to start with the rare roast beef so that the beef wouldn't get overcooked, but there's tons of recipes online for this. And sometimes people will say that the Walmart brand of lunch meat roast beef works well as well. So just play around with it. Get whatever you can. It's still going to be good. Heated up my cheese sauce, made sure that the beef was heated through. Since I'm starting with the rare roast beef, obviously I can steam it for a little bit and have it not get tough. And then toasted my buns in the skillet. I would say this step is optional, but not really. It does taste better if you can heat up the buns. I think it makes it taste a lot more like Arby's would. And then with those toasted buns, I just added some of the Arby's sauce. Added some of that heated up roast beef. I did let some of that kind of au jus drain as I was taking it out of the skillet so that the sandwich wouldn't be too wet. Put the cheese sauce over the top, a little bit more Arby's sauce, put the top on the bun, and then we like to have our curly fries with some of that Arby's sauce for dipping. So that's it. I mean, this meal is super simple. I have not worked out the prices exactly, but I know that if you get 4 of these value meals from Arby's, it's going to run you at least $50 or $60 for a family of 4. And you can definitely make this for cheaper and better with ingredients from the grocery store. Okay, so today's video is sponsored by Helix, and you guys know I've been talking about Adam and I's Helix mattress for a long time. Well, I just got one of their mattress toppers, which I'm laying on right now, and I wanted to wait until I've slept on it for several weeks to tell you about it because I wanted to give you like an honest recommendation if you should get one or not. The topper, I mean, I already know the mattress is awesome. I love this topper. We got a memory foam mattress topper from Helix. Like I said, I've been sleeping on it for 2 weeks and I love it. I'm just laying here on this mattress topper without a pillow. I could seriously sleep like this. And that's odd of me to say because I love a pillow, but I don't know if you can tell, but it's like, it's cradling my body. right now. So it's a memory foam topper, which means that like no matter which way you sleep, for example, like I sleep on my side a lot and my stomach, it actually like cradles my body. That's a weird statement, but like it cradles my body so that like I can lay on my side and my whole body feels supported. It's awesome. I've been getting the best sleep since we've gotten it. Also, the mattress topper is super easy to install. You just unroll it, put it right on top of your bed, and they have these elastic straps that fit right under the mattress. My sheets fit over it and everything. It's great. And if you need a new mattress, like you haven't bought a new mattress for yourself or your family or your kids in many years, now is the time to grab one. Because did you know a 7-year-old mattress can contain more than 16 million colony-forming units of bacteria per square inch? That's kind of gross, and I'm sorry I told you that. But one of the best ways to keep your sleeping area as fresh as possible is by taking advantage of Helix's sale. They're actually having their spring savings event right now, so you can get 20% off site-wide. And if you're not familiar with Helix, they make premium mattresses and bedding that ship right to your door. They're rolled up in a box. It is super convenient. You don't have to go to the store, the furniture store, the mattress store, whatever. You can just order it right from the comfort of your own home. And even this mattress topper, like it was light enough that it was still in the box. I brought it upstairs by myself. I unwrapped it by myself. I put it on my bed by myself. It was super easy. The Helix lineup offers 20 unique mattresses to choose from. And like I said, Helix just launched a variety of mattress toppers as well. So there is a sleep solution for everyone. So we got the premium memory foam mattress topper, which is a great option for sleepers who are looking for added pressure relief at their hips and shoulders. And so whether you're looking for a brand new mattress or just to upgrade your current mattress, Helix has you covered. In fact, in a Wesper sleep study, their team measured participants' sleep performance after switching from their old mattress to a Helix mattress, and 82% of participants saw an increase in their deep sleep cycle. And on average, participants actually achieved 39 more minutes of overall sleep per night. And I can definitely vouch for that. I always tell you guys when I travel for work, I miss my mattress the most. Helix has a sleep quiz on their website to match you to the perfect mattress based on your body type and sleep preferences. It makes the mattress buying process so simple and easy. There's also a 100-night sleep trial to test the mattress out and ensure that you love it. So right now you can get 20% off site-wide on Helix. Just use the link in my description box below. I'll also have it on the screen right here. You can tap it if you're on your phone. It's helixsleep.com/Jen Chapin. Again, that's going to give you 20% off site-wide. They also have financing options available if that's something that you need. Sleep is super important, and I've really been focusing on that for the last year, and Helix has definitely helped me do that. Highly, highly recommend. Once again, you can get 20% off. Just check out the link in the description box below. Okay, so for the copycat KFC bowls, I've got this fire and smoke chicken coating. I don't even remember where I got this, but it's been in my pantry for a while and I need to use it up. And then in this bowl, I've got 1 egg, a cup of buttermilk, salt and pepper, and then I also added a little bit of dill pickle brine. So we're just gonna whisk that up. And then over here, I've got some chicken breasts that I cut into small pieces. And we'll add the chicken to the buttermilk and let that marinate for a little bit. The YouTube video is don't go to the drive-thru because you can make it at home. So for the mashed potatoes, I had some potatoes. I actually put these out in the garage refrigerator because some of them were looking a little questionable and I wanted to slow the deterioration process, which worked fine. So I just peeled these russet potatoes and cut them into small-ish cubes. I try to keep the cubes all around the same size so that they cook evenly. Add some salt, put a lid on this, and just boil these until they're tender. So these are the biscuits. I buy these a lot. I like them actually a lot better than the canned biscuits because they bake from frozen and they're just so much better. I actually got these at Hy-Vee, but they do have them at Walmart as well. I think the Great Value brand is a little bit cheaper. I'm just gonna make 6 6 of these because I don't know if I'm gonna have one. But I just put them like a couple inches apart on a baking sheet with parchment paper. I've got the oven preheating, and then I also opened a couple cans of corn. I'm just gonna cook this in the microwave because I have 3 burners going on the stove right now. One for the chicken, one for the potatoes, and one for the, the gravy. So I don't want that to get too crowded. And then this is the gravy packet that I'm gonna use. It's not gonna taste exactly like KFC gravy, but it's still gonna give the same feel. And this is a packet from the pantry that I need to use up anyway. All right, so biscuits in the oven. I've got my potatoes here. I basically just turned the stove off when they were just shy of being done. They're just sitting there in the hot water. I'll mash them in a bit. Gravy, mix that up. I need to turn on the, whoops, wrong burner. I need to turn on the heat. I'm heating up my oil. And then for the chicken, I'm double dipping it. So I'm moving it from the buttermilk to the coating, back in the buttermilk, and then in the coating. And then the directions just say to let it sit for about 5 minutes to let the coating kind of absorb that brine before you put it in the oil. So I just fried the chicken in that hot oil, and then once it was finished, I put it on a paper towel lined tray, seasoned it with salt. You gotta have honey on your biscuit, just like you would at KFC. And then I put the mashed potatoes in the bowl along with the corn, a little bit of shredded cheese, and that chicken and the gravy. And oh my gosh, this was so good. Actually, really better. Like, not really better, better really than KFC. Highly encourage you to make it. Okay, so for our copycat Taco Bell Cantina chicken, I went ahead and started this crock pot about 45 minutes ago, but I still haven't put the seasoning in yet, so we're gonna do that now. So what I have in here is 3 chicken breasts and 3 chicken thighs. I'm doing a mixture of chicken thighs and chicken breasts because that is what is recommended in the recipe I followed. And also, if you look on the Taco Bell website, it also lists both chicken breast and chicken thigh meat. Okay, so I'm gonna drizzle just like a tablespoon of olive oil in there, and then I'm gonna add the juice of 1 lime. And all I had in here so far was just the chicken and a cup of water just to get it started heating. And then I'm gonna add about 1.5 teaspoons of this chicken bouillon powder. If you wanted to just obviously mix it in with the water before you put it in there, you can totally do that. And then I've got some chili powder. So we're gonna add about 1.5 tablespoons of this, and I will stir this up before I close the lid again. And then we've just got a little bit of onion powder and garlic powder. So I'm gonna cook this on high for about 4 hours. Sometimes it takes less than that, but since there's thighs in here and that's dark meat, sometimes that takes a little bit longer for the chicken to get tender. Basically, you just wanna cook it until the chicken is super tender and starts to fall apart and shred really easily. Okay, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So once the chicken was done cooking, I just left it in the crock pot and shredded it this way in its juices. But if you want an easier time, you can probably remove it to a plate and shred it that way too. I just left all of the cooking liquid in the crock pot so that the chicken wouldn't get dried out. I used the copycat recipe, or kind of like a version of it, from the Top Secret Recipes website. I don't think this was an exact dupe, so if I make this again, I'm definitely going to play around with the chicken part a little bit, but it was definitely good and it did the job of chicken tacos that were way less expensive and better than Taco Bell. I also made some pico de gallo because this is also included on the chicken cantina soft taco. So pico is super easy. It's just tomato, onion, cilantro, some lime juice. You can add garlic if you want, salt and pepper. And then also on this taco is some shredded purple cabbage. So I chopped that up, some lettuce as well. I just used iceberg lettuce. And then I put my chicken on my tortillas. I like to take my flour tortillas and just kind of warm them up in a dry skillet. They taste better that way, as opposed to warming them up in the microwave. And then I added some shredded cheese, added some pico. And then the original recipe, well, the original taco that Taco Bell does has I think it's like an avocado ranch sauce. I didn't have that. So I just did a little drizzle of ranch and then some of this Herdez guacamole salsa. And you guys, this turned out so good. If you like those cantina chicken tacos from Taco Bell, highly recommend you try this. I will definitely be making it again in the future. Don't forget to check out Helix. I'll have that link in the description box below to grab your discount. And if you want to see what I made last week, just using ingredients from my fridge and pantry, you can click on this video right here.